Hi, welcome to Monday Night Fitness. 3 of you, Dave. Not done then. So anyway, welcome. I've got some good news for the green route people this week, which is that I heard a study that said just 1 minute of physical exercise is better than, has proven more beneficial than doing none. So you're about to do 30 minutes of physical exercise, so you're well sorted. So I hope you're all enjoying lockdown as much as you can. I'll just turn this down. It seems like we're going to be here for a bit longer. So again, same setup as last week. So you can do it sitting on the chair. I'll demonstrate things sitting on the chair. If you've got a couple of tin cans of beans, something like that, which weigh about half a kilo each, you can do some of the exercises with weights. I'm going to use my little dumbbells here, but you do what you need to do. So a couple of things to kick off with. You're working at your own pace. Don't do anything that hurts. Don't do anything that you think is going to aggravate an injury. Just either stop for that part of the workout or just do something light, just to march on the spot, whatever it is you need to do. Whatever you do, don't do anything that hurts. If anything does hurt, stop. And if you feel your heart rate climbing, then seek medical advice. So we're going to start off with our little warm up. We're going to do some marches, some arm circles, and some left and right. So again, if you stood up, the left and right is literally just over to the left, up, over to the right. And if we sat down, a left and right is moving your legs out to the left and the right. So do it at your own pace. If you've got a little drink of water, that'd be good as well. And we will start when you're. So we're going to start with the marching. Let's go. You can see what's going on. I'll call out what's happening with the in terms of timing. So marching on the spot, just raising those legs nice and gently. That's it. That's good. Just going to try and fix the brightness on the telly. Oh, actually, I think if I put the lights on, it should bring it back so you can see that in the screen. Marching on the spot. And then we're going to put our arms out for some little arm circles. Arm circles out, around. That's it. Make sure you've got plenty of space. Don't knock over that expensive Ming vase. Again, if you want a bit more, just increase the size of it. That's halfway. I'm now going to just go back the other way. So whichever way you were circling the arms, and just go back the other way. That's it. Good. And now we're going to do left and right. So if you stood up, doing this, so a little bend of the knee, again, just whatever works. If it's just to move over or a little bit more of a bend. And if you sat down, then we're just taking our legs out one side and the other. You do what works for you. So we're going to do 2 rounds of 10 exercises. Stuff we did last week. So if I have a little bit of a rest, I'm just going to try and adjust the telly. Figure that out. Settings. Brightness. Just turn that down a bit. Doesn't really make very much difference. Okay, all right. Well, I'll call out the times anyway, so if you can't see them. So we're going to start in 6 seconds. We're ready to go. So 10 exercises in a row. First is going to be the arm raises. So out to the side, up at the front. If you want to grab your tin cans, you can do this with the tin cans. You just get rid of the, so you can see what's going on. Yeah, out and now up to the front. So stand to the side, you can see this. So we're working for 45 seconds and then resting for 15. Go. Up to the sides. There we go. That's it.
3, 2, 1. Rest for 15 seconds.
And next we've got the side stretches. So remember, you can be doing this with the tin cans in your hand if you want. Just try and see what I can do with this.
3, 2, 1. Side stretch for 45 seconds.
Okay, so arm in the air, over we go. So we'll do this for half the time. Again, feel free to do this sitting down if you want. We're nearly halfway. Pop the other arm in the air. Come over. Think about the muscles you're using as you come over. So you're using these muscles to bring your rib cage down, and these are being stretched out. Your obliques, like your own internal corset. That's it, and rest. I think I know the problem here. So you should be able to see that better now. Okay, and now we're doing the knee bends, yeah? So if you stood up, then just bending your knees like this. Yeah. If you sat down, then we're raising our leg out to the front. So if you're sitting down, it's the leg just straight up. If we stood up, then again, just a bend of the knees. Bend the knees. Anyone who's been skiing will be aware of that. Oh, so clear this off. There we are, that's better. You should be able to see the screen better now. That's good. And then we've got our shoulder rotations next. This is where I'll bring our elbows up parallel with our shoulders, or as high up as we can. So elbows up, and we're going to bring them together, and we're going to start by bringing them down and round. Feel a stretch across your back. Don't worry if you can't get your elbows together. Just take them as far as they'll go. And then when we get halfway, we're going to rotate the other way. So in a couple of seconds, we'll go back the other way. So now we'll go up and back, and we're opening up our chest now. Feel a stretch across your pectorals. That's good. And try and think about all the muscles you're moving, making that mind-muscle connection. That's good. Next one we're going to do is raise our arms over our head. Again, we're using our shoulder muscles for this. And think about, don't just let your arms flop down. Think about moving them down purposefully. So above our head, and then purposefully back down again. Up above, and then purposefully down. Up we go. And down. Good. Think about it when you're coming down. That shoulder joint is a complicated joint. Just move where you can move. You can't get your hands all the way up. Just take them as far as is comfortable. That's excellent. Now we've got the left and right. So remember what that was when we started. So we're either moving our knees to the left and right, or we're stepping from the left to the right. Try and put your hands on your hips. For a bit of balance, so step out and down, up, little bend of the knee, keeping that back straight, little bend of the knee. Make the step as far as is comfortable for you, not too far. You should feel stretching both of your inner thighs, your hip adductor here, it's being used to pull your leg back up. There we are. Next, we've got our neck stretch. Remember this one? This is where we're going to put our left hand on our right shoulder. We're going to put our index finger on our chin, and then we're going to move our neck while looking forward. So try and look forwards and just move your neck over again as far as is comfortable. Nice stretch here in your neck. Certainly if you've been working on computers, it's probably so we're nearly halfway. I'll do one more on this side, and then swap over, finger on chin, and then I keep looking forwards. Might hear a few clicks and cracks. And then the next exercise is the arm rotations. So again, you can do this with tin cans or the dumbbells if you want. Pop our arms out. And with this one, the smaller the circles, the easier this exercise is. So if you want to make it a bit more challenging, then increase the size of those circles or increase the speed at which you're moving your arms. I'm just going to do it nice and gently, out to the sides. Your shoulders are having to support the weight of your arms, probably at least a couple of kilos, and then I'm going to go back the other way for the second half. And developing those shoulder muscles. That's good.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. Next exercise is the body twist. So I'll start this one sat down to demonstrate it. So you hold on to each of your shoulders like this, almost like a crash position, and then you're just turning gently to the left and to the right. Feel the stretch in your middle back. If you want a bit more, then put your arms out and turn like this. You'll find you'll turn a bit further. Only turn as far as is comfortable, and don't try and force it beyond what's comfortable. Remember what I said at the start, 1 minute of exercise is proved to be beneficial versus no exercise. So we've now nearly done 13 minutes of exercise. And rest. Now we've got the hip march. So if you sat down, just marching your legs up and down like this. If you're stood up, we're going to try and use this to balance as well. So you might want to hang on to something. Up we come. See if you can balance. Up, down. If you can develop that balance, that's a good skill to maintain. Just raise the knee as far as is comfortable for you. That's it. And rest. We're nearly there. We are there. So that's the end of those 10 exercises. So we're going to do those 10 again. Just have a quick break. Got a minute to count down on the clock. Grab yourself a drink if you want one. I saw an excellent parody of Boris Johnson's speech by Matt Lucas. It was really quite amusing around, go out, go to work, don't go to work, see friends, don't see friends. I mean, it was just a really muddled speech, considering that must have been written by some of the best speech writers in the country. It was, rather a waffly collection as far as I was concerned, but seems we've got a little bit more freedom, so let's go and get outside and try and do even more exercise. So let's start with these side and front raises. Out to the side, up to the front. If you want to try something a bit different, you can have your palms facing up. Palms facing up, and then you can do that on this raise as well. Uses slightly different muscles, it's a little bit, feels a bit weirder. Okay, if you want to use those weights, this is a good exercise for doing that. Put it up slowly.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. Side stretch next. I'm going to sit down and demo this one, but do it standing up if you want. Again, weight in one hand if you want the weight.
2.
So arm in the air.
Side stretch for 45 seconds.
Over we go. I'll tell you when it's halfway, and we can swap over. That's halfway. Five seconds to go. And rest. Knee bend or leg raise. So if you sat down, just straightening that leg up one at a time. We'll start that in a couple of seconds. If we stood up, then hands on the hips, just bend those knees as far as it's comfortable. So if you feel you can dip a little bit more, have your toes pointing slightly outwards and your feet just a little bit wider than your hips. You want your knees to track out over your feet as if you were standing at sort of 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. That's it. 15 seconds to go. And rest. Good old shoulder rotations next. So bringing our elbows up to shoulder level.
3, 2, 1.
Bring those elbows up, bring them together, down and around. Feel that across your back, your upper back. Nice stretch. That's it. 20 seconds to go. Oh, I forgot to change direction that time. Oh well. We've got a good workout with our fronts. Overhead arm raise next. So again, thinking about your shoulders that are going to do the work to pull your arms up. I'm going to go in 3 seconds.
2, 1. Arm raise overhead for 45
Up we
seconds.
go. Up we go. Now 20 seconds to go. Think about those arms. Control them on the way down. You're fighting gravity on the way down and on the way up. There we are. And rest. Now we've got left and right. So if we sat down, we're taking our knees out to left and right. If we stood up, it's that little knee bend across. So I'm going to start sat down. So here, take my leg out to one side, take it out to the other. So, and if I'm stood up, hands on hips, I'm just coming across and bending gently down. So make that step as far as is comfortable for you. Not too big. Using those hip adductors to get yourself back upright. That's it, and rest. Next we've got the neck stretch. So hand on the shoulder, index finger on the chin. Ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Over we go. 1, 2. We'll stop halfway. That's halfway. A few more seconds. One more. And now we've got arm rotations. So again, use those weights if you've got some. And we're just going to go for either little circles or big circles. So arms out, little circles, easier. If you want a bit more, then just increase the speed of your rotation and the size of the circles. So just keep it at the level or the range that is good for you. And then at halfway, I'm going to go back the other way. And rest. Body twist next. So the easier version, hold your arms crossed across your body like this. Try and keep those hips facing forwards, and we'll just turn to the left and the right. Do this sat down if you want. If you want a bit more, put your arms out. Feeling those muscles in your back as they make that turn. Only take it as far as is comfortable. And rest. We've got our marching or balancing to do. So if you sat down, it's going to be raising your knees up like this. We stood up. Again, hands on hips or holding on to something if you need a bit of help, but bringing your leg up. See how? 1, 2. See if you can hold it there. Maintain that balance. Training your balance. That's good. We're halfway. "15 seconds to go, and then we're finished." And we're finished. So, give yourself a round of applause. We'll take a couple of deep breaths, 3 deep breaths, and then we'll do some stretching. So, Start with your hands at the bottom. We're going to raise them above our head. Take 3 seconds to take a breath in through the nose and then out through the mouth. So. One more, 2 more other. One more. Now bring your arm out straight like this. Bring it across your body. Use the other hand. Use your hand to pull your elbow, so you feel a little stretch in your shoulder. Hold that. And then do it with the other arm. Bring that across. And then a final stretch. Hold it back and just bend slightly forward till you feel a little stretch in your calf, in your the back of your knees, your hamstrings, down here. And up we come. There we are. Well done. Hope you enjoyed that. Took your mind off lockdown for a bit. They're all recorded. You can do them again. It's all about getting a bit of mobility and a bit of strength into those joints. Keep them supple. Use it or lose it. It's definitely true when it comes to fitness. So hope you have a good rest of the week, and let's explore what this new phase of lockdown looks like. See you next week.